This helps provide a world where human emotions like i.e. happiness, sadness, and pain can be transferred to others. Human has a lot of emotion. As a human, we can express any kind of emotion, and it's totally okay if we feel sad, happy, or if we have any pain. In this case, we want to transfer what we feel to others so they can feel the same as we do. We all know what human emotions, right? Like happiness, sad, and pain, like the motion said. In this case, we only talking about human emotions, not our emotion with any other creatures like animal or spirit things. Move on to the argument. Why do we need to transfer our emotion to others? Because sometimes we feel some kind of emotion that other people cannot guess. It's hard for us to explain what we feel. We want to be understood, but we just don't know what to explain to others. This situation makes us feel confused what we should do, right? For example, you have a friend that's so close to you, but there's one thing that you don't like from them, and you just don't know what to do because you love them and you don't want to hurt their feelings. You're afraid that your explanation that you gave to them will hurt their feelings and they will misunderstood what your explanation. It's complicated, right? So that's why transferred human emotion to others are something that we prefer more because it's more simple for us to explain how we feel. My second argument is, with the presence of human emotion transfers to others, we will get close to each other easily because we can know each other well from what our emotion feels like. Sometimes you just don't understand why people start acting weird, or sometimes they just piss you off, right? Maybe it seems like they're just an annoying person or it's just their personality. But there's a lot of cases that people start acting weird because they're in pain and they just don't want to show their pain to others. Or sometimes people acting weird because they're just happy and they don't know what to do. For example, there's some people that has been struggle in their household. Maybe they have toxic parents that makes them more sensitive and don't want to be open to others. And at school, that kid will use violence to someone that pissed them off. Will think that the kid is a bully or they just a bad person. But no, we don't know what makes them acting that way. They just represent what they feel to others in a bad way. They don't know how to explain it, so they just show it with a bad action. In this case, if we know the background or the actual emotion from that kid, we can just talk with them so they can be more open about what they actually feel, and we can fix the kid to be a good person because there's a lot of positive things in this world that can fix them to be a better person. That's an example about the benefits if we can transfer human emotions to others. My third argument is, I'm not forcing them to show their feelings. Sometimes we just cannot show our feelings to someone for some reason. Maybe the reason are too personal that makes us not open to others. But it's hard for us to live our life, right? Because there's something in our mind that we cannot tell to others that makes us struggle to live our life. Like maybe we cannot focus on studying, or maybe if we did something, we just cannot do that normally because of our minds is full of our emotions that we cannot tell to each other. So connecting our emotion to others can be a solution from what we feel, because if we just think about it with ourselves, with just our mindset, which is just one mindset and one vision, there's no vision from other people. Maybe you still finding the right solution, but there are some people that understand you. That's why you should be open to someone, so people can understand you and they can give you solution. So there's other vision from another people, not just you, so they can bring a better solution because there's other vision. So that's why connecting emotion to others are important. It also decreases some conflict that's about misunderstanding. That's all from my argument. Sorry if there's any mistake. Thank you.